Okay, so now that we've done a couple of these practice problems, or these warm-up exercises, let's look at what factoring really is, okay? Factoring is the process when you are given a product and you are asked to find the original factors. So, in other words, I'm going to flip back here for a second. I was given a product 18x squared y. I wanted to know when I factored it, what are the original factors? I wanted to know, or I had 12xy squared, I broke it up into its original factors. Notice, ladies and gentlemen, the only operation here is multiplication, okay? When I had negative 6xy, I wanted to break it up into its original factors. That's what factoring is, taking a product and breaking up into its factors. It's kind of the opposite of the reverse inverse process of multiplication. So, for instance, before you were given this, ladies and gentlemen, this product in your warm-up. And as we work through it, we figured out that when you distribute the 5x squared times the product that's in parentheses, you got 15 a to the fourth minus 25 a to the third plus 40a squared, okay? Well, the process of you going from here to here, that's your distributive property. That's basically, ladies and gentlemen, what target 8a was about when you were multiplying polynomials together. So this deals with the operation of multiplication. Well, factoring works the opposite way. We take this product right here and we work backwards and figure out what are its factors. Okay? So that, ladies and gentlemen, is called factoring. And it is the inverse process of multiplication. Now, what's the inverse it's the inverse process of multiplying polynomials. So what's the inverse process of multiplication? You're going to be dividing. In other words, if we want to find out how to break 15a to the 4 minus 25a cubed plus 40a squared up, we need to figure out, first of all, what is its greatest common factor, and then divide each term by that greatest common factor. Okay? So, here are the steps for factoring. We're going to start off real basic, and we're just going to say we're going to give you a polynomial, see if something can factor out of every term. Okay? That's called finding the greatest common factor. To find the greatest common factor for all terms of a polynomial, ladies and gentlemen, or excuse me, to do steps for factoring by using the greatest common factor and the distributive property, what we're going to do is we're going to first of all find the GCF for all the terms in the polynomial. Then once we find that greatest common factor, we're going to divide every term of the polynomial by that greatest common factor. This is called a quotient. When you divide anything, the answer you get is called the quotient. And then finally, we're going to write that answer that we just came up with times the GCF. Okay? Now, this may not make a lot of sense right now, but if we do a problem or two, pause the video, come back and read through this, and it will probably make more sense in the context of some exercises that we do. So what we're going to do on the next video is just basically go through this process of how do we factor using the greatest common factor.